FIU will kick it off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. You see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clapp. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll move the wide receiver. Jackson will throw. Moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Now the play fake. Buying some time as he moves left. And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whoop-pig.
Whoop-pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited. And you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So FIU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, they've got a receiver that, if he's able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing good, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the...
Wide open on the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. FIU pushing tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. The give from the gun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jackson gonna throw it. Off to turning it on. He's at the 20. Touchdown Razorbacks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their 1st game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. FIU pushing tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Floats it out in space. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? FIU will line up to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Jackson will throw. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, FIU. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're off to a really strong start in operating with a 14-10 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Oh, they're after him. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Now adjusting. Pulls it in, it's Platt. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. Jackson gonna throw it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Razorbacks will snap it on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. Keeps looking downfield.
One thing this team has shown earlier this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
off the play fake on first down to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for loss.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great and the play went nowhere.
FIU will line up the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's worked.
Breaks into the open. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Razorbacks trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Spins away from the defense. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Still looking, on the move.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
FIU pushing tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
PAT unit on the field. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Stanford. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance.
He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Tight end now in motion. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gives it on the option. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. He might want another play. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Rush is on him. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And the Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. FIU will line up to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Makes the catch, it's Sampson.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. And the Razorbacks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the stomping has commenced.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running to the left. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. FIU will line up to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just... downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the back. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. Escapes the sack. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. FIU will line up to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Lofts one high and deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Wide open downfield. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Razorbacks have their whole playbook. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
always is the debate of where you fall. It's job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Still on his feet. Escapes the sack. It's complete. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand, we got to swarm to the football, because these big dudes, they break tackles, and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys. Nice effort by the big fella.
Got a man. It's Williams. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Mays. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Finding open areas. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Got it in the middle. It's Mays. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the left side.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the...
There he goes. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Quickly complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They're going back to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but...
Looking for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball.